Grand Rising or Grand Evening, whatever time it is for you. I want to have a little chat about alchemy and how you can alchemize any energy and any experience into something that motivates you, into something that you can utilize to move forward on your purpose and your path. Um, so, I do want to start by saying for a lot of my light workers, a lot of my chosen, you were seated into very specific situations. You've experienced a lot of corruption, betrayal, a lot of things that many can go through their whole lifetimes without having to experience. But I do want to say that those experiences that you grew through, for you, those experiences were lessons. They were also ways for you to collect data and information um, in order to learn, pull information and wisdom from those experiences, because it's really hard to understand something or to pull information or wisdom from something that you are not directly exposed to. And with the information and the wisdom that you pulled from those injustices, from those abuses of power, from that abuse, from those betrayals, you're going to be able to integrate that information and utilize it to bring those things to light, into the conscious awareness of others, but also help aid people in protecting themselves and being aware of when it is either happening to them or happening around them. Now, for the individuals who did those things to you, who abused their positions of power, who decided to harm you or target you or betray you, for them, you were a test, a divine honey trap of sorts, a dangling carrot on a stick. A lot of times, light workers, those who have been seated here for very specific purposes, we will come in certain skin suits. We will have a certain disposition that is very attractive to predators, to people who are predatorial, and to people who are strategic and looking to take. Oftentimes, we will come across as docile, as naive. They will mistake our kindness and our empathy and our sensitivity as a weakness. They will mistake our emotional intelligence and how vast of an emotional intelligence network that we have access to as some type of shortcoming and weakness. And so, we tend to be the light that these moths are attracted to, and that is very much by design, because there are certain things that we would not be able to bring to light or to bring balance to. There are certain things that we would not be able to bring awareness to, or to share with others the data we've collected from those experiences and the wisdom that we've obtained from those experiences, so other people can be aware when it's happening around them or be aware when it's happening to them, if we were not directly exposed to such things. So there really is a grand design to it all, and this directly correlates with alchemy. So the way that I alchemize energy, because I am human, I have feelings, and I think it's important, especially if you're spiritual and you're a part of the spiritual community, it's important that we do not do any type of spiritual bypassing, which means suppressing and oppressing your emotions in order to wear the facade of being love and light all the time. That is not natural. Humans are meant to feel, or we are meant to have emotion. There's information in those emotions. There's informations in the things that we feel, and the things that we think, and in the things that we experience. So the way that I alchemize energy is, when I have a feeling, I allow myself to have the feeling fully and wholly. I feel through the feeling. I release, like whether that be in the form of crying, whatever needs to happen for me to grow through and feel through my feeling, my temporary feeling, I do that. And then I ask myself, what wisdom, what information can I pull from the experience that I'm having an emotional response to? What might that experience be teaching me? And oftentimes I do see the lesson. I see how what I'm currently going through, regardless of how debaucherous or dense the situation might be, I see multiple different ways that I can use that experience for light work to take that experience that has, these negative emotions and connotations attached to it, feel through those negative emotions and connotations, release the density of the negative emotions and connotations, and then I am just left with the experience and the wisdom of the experience, what I learned, what I observed, the data I collected from said experience, and then I am met with what the different potentials are available that I can utilize that data, that information, and that wisdom that I obtained from that experience to do something that is true to self and good for self and good for other. And that is alchemy. When you can take something that hurts and turn it into something that heals, that is alchemical. When you can take something that feels like it's gonna make you just self implode, and you can reverse that emotion and use it to propel you forward, that is alchemical. It does not mean that we do not feel our feelings, or that things don't hurt and that things don't affect us. What it means is that we allow ourselves to feel through the feeling, and then we use our emotional intelligence as well as our just that beautiful mind that we that you're gifted, to then see what information, wisdom, and knowledge and data that you can pull from said experience, and how you can use what you have gained from that experience, alchemize it, and use it for something that when you look back on it, you're going to feel a sense of fulfillment. You can really utilize any experiences, good, bad, or indifferent, to be fulfilling for yourself and to be fulfilling for those that you connect with and those that you share those experiences with. It is all very perceptual, and that's, we may not have control over what others do, right? We don't have control over the actions and the choices of others, but we have a choice. There's a choice there in what we do with the experience that we had, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent, and what we do with the information that is encoded in that specific experience, in that specific life occurrence, and whether we're going to take that experience and the wisdom and knowledge that we learned and use it to propel us forward, or whether we are going to allow it to consume us and keep us trapped and binded in the emotional element of it, versus the wisdom and the knowledge-based element of said experience. Being away from, I have my baby with me currently, but my other 3 children that I have been unlawfully kept from, I miss them every day. I love my babies. I want them with me, but I use that pain and I alchemize it, and I'm going to use it to bring to light the mass level of corruption and the things that these people in these positions are doing to abuse their power and harm innocent children and innocent people. Anyways, I hope that this little message reaches who it is meant to reach. I am sending you all so much love to the universe and beyond. Bye.